Do we finally have the correct parts for the GT Street Performer?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Or this is going to be a really short video. Stay tuned. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Hey, today we are back in Bernie's garage. What's up, Bernie?
What's up?
Nice to always be able to hang out.
Right.
And as you can see, we are working on the Sunshine bike. This is Bernie's wife's GT Street Performer that we've been able to do some upgrades.
Small
right?
kind.
Why don't you kind of like, if people haven't watched some of the other videos, a quick rundown on what you've done to this so far.
So far, she wanted a blue color scheme to match this bike,
Okay.
based on the GT sticker.
On the
right here.
sticker that's on the bike.
Yeah, she
Okay.
wanted blue. So we got tires
Okay.
from Angie.
And SE Racing tires.
Yes.
Black wall.
Black wall.
Okay.
And then we got some Technique paddles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big platforms.
Big platform. She wanted a colorful, nice oil slick crank.
Okay.
So we did that.
Is that from Mission? Was that Mission crank?
Mission crank.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got some, what is that?
Night Bike Company.
Night Bike Company Sprocket
Okay. With their chainring, with their spider.
with the
spider.
spider. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to change that.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a little bit on why that has to get changed. But
And
that's, you can watch the other video to see
yeah,
that one.
Yeah, okay.
And then what else you got going up on the front?
we get some blue levers.
Okay.
Yeah. They used to be black, but now they're blue.
Because you also, oh yeah, because it has disc brakes. So
Yeah.
you just swapped out just to have blue.
Yeah. Just to have blue levers.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a small blue accent. And then she wanted something from Morgan, Billet BMX.
Okay, so we got the Weʻre BMX, the headset cap,
Yeah.
along with the spacers, and then Vans,
The Vans ODI.
ODI grips.
Yep.
Okay, so today, what are we gonna do?
So
'Cause it's not
today-
gonna be much.
Today at Fast Kind, we're going to swap out the sprocket and
Yep.
spider because, as we learned in the last video,
Yep.
no can fit. Because, why? The teeth is too fat.
Yeah.
We need something skinny.
So the spider, the teeth on the spider, is a little too thick. And is it also with the space? Is it just the width of the teeth, or is it also the spacing between teeth to teeth?
I think it's the width of the teeth.
Okay.
So basically, what I did was I went and got something from our friends at Night Bike.
Okay. So George over at Night Bike Company.
He offers a sprocket that is narrow wide, which originally this bike came with narrow wide. And so we're gonna replace that with this narrow wide and see how that goes.
See how that works. So if you are working on a GT Street Performer similar to this, or a bike that has
The
gears,
gears,
that's
yeah.
the key. I think you might even see this or come across this on a SE Fast Ripper,
Yeah.
or a Mike Buff Fast Ripper. It has to do with the chain and how the gearing is. You need that. What did you call it?
Narrow wide.
Narrow wide. Couldn't think of that. You need a narrow wide sprocket if you're gonna swap and change it out to the more traditional looking, BMX style sprockets. So
Yeah.
we're gonna cross our fingers today
And hope for the best.
and hope for the best. And then we also wanted to swap all bolts, but those we gotta contact Morgan, right?
I gotta contact Morgan
Yeah.
and find out what's going on.
Yeah, because Bernie picked up some D's nuts, thinking that they would fit for this, and they're not fitting. So I think it has something to do with the GT.
Yeah.
Because I know he's said specifically he has like stuff for GTs. I'm not sure if the GTs are all the same, the ones with, the gears versus the ones that are single speed. But
Yeah.
right now it kind of seems that way because it's not
It's so weird.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do today. So not much, but hopefully we'll be able to get the chain wheel or the
The sprocket.
and the chain kind of working properly. Last time it was kind of sticking, so when you would kind of pedal, the chain would stick to the sprocket and then kind of like not really work too well.
Watch the last video.
Yeah,
Guarantee
go check out the last video.
You can see what we're talking about.
Exactly. So let's go check it out right now. All right, I have a kind of a battery that is not fully charged because I just came back from a trip and I didn't even think about that. Stupid me. But anyway, so we kind of already pulled the old one off, and Bernie is putting on the bolts from the other one. These are what, oil slick too?
Oil slick. These are oil slick.
And you were kind of worried about them not lining up.
Yeah. So when I put this thing on to line up the holes, and notice they're not fully lined up. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's almost like it's just a little bit off.
Yeah. So you gotta kind of have it loose so they can all line up properly.
Get them all in there first.
Or else, look, they're not gonna sit properly.
So the tip is to what? Get them all in there, but don't tighten them down.
Yeah, just thread them loose, kind of make them set. You know.
Make sure all the bolts in the back
Make sure they all flat.
And you were mentioning to me that it wouldn't fit on top.
Yeah.
Right? You tried to put this on the top.
I tried to put it on the top. It will not line up.
With this, and which kind of spider is this?
This is the profile.
The profile. Okay, so if you are looking for like using a profile spider, you know, it has to have the 4.
Yeah, this is what they call the 104 millimeters from here to here, center to center.
Because this one is a 1, that one's a 110.
This is 110. Right. So they measure from here to there.
So if you notice, a lot of these bikes with the gears, you need the 104.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of think too that didn't work last time, because that's a 110.
Yeah, and then, so okay, we might as well just show them. So you see the difference?
I don't know if you can kind of see.
So one's fat, one's skinny. So narrow, wide. These are all fat, so the chain can.
The chain was all sticking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the difference right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the tip is, get them loose first.
Get them loose.
Make sure they all sit in.
Make sure they all flush.
In the back.
They sit good.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you can cinch them down.
And then you can tighten them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can.
So Bernie's tip for swapping out.
The tip of the day.
Tip of the day.
I mean, I could be wrong. Again, maybe our friend can explain better. But, you know me, I just slap them together.
And that seems, I think that's smart though.
And
if you cinch down one, it's gonna kind of hold it in that spot.
Yeah.
And then you might need to have, because you still got to get all the other bolts on there. So
yeah, and plus too, if you go ahead and force it all down, you run the risk of like bending this thing and getting
and then that's off too for the chain.
Yeah, and then you just spend $50 for nothing because now it's bent. You know, good for George because you can buy another one from George.
And George is a good guy. You want to support George.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't want to damage anything.
Yeah, we don't want to damage anything because of our negligence.
And the other cool thing is that we don't need this spacer now, because you need the spacer for that guy.
Yeah.
But you don't need it for this guy.
Yeah,
so
they come in, I forgot what size that was.
See how that fits kind of nice in there.
Yeah, you need the adapter.
You need that for it, but then this one doesn't need it because that's fit to the correct size already.
And then, real quick, Kev, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the original setup. You notice the sprocket is in the back of the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I'm trying to mimic that. So all the alignment is
the same.
Is the
or
same.
you're trying to keep it similar.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And that fits nicely.
Okay.
And this is a
and
32.
you are going with a smaller.
Yeah.
Smaller one.
Yes.
Partially because they're out of stock in the bigger one.
Yeah.
But because we're dealing with, a 10-speed. Is it a 10 or 9-speed? 9-speed.
Yeah.
In the back, what you have in the front isn't as important. Like if you're on a single speed, right?
Yep.
So having a 32 up front not that big of a deal.
Not that big.
Yeah.
Okay. Tighten this guy back up.
So now we got the new chain ring. Tightening up the bolt.
Tightening up the bolt. Get this guy snug a little bit. Come back here.
And we gotta tighten up the rear
Yeah.
to make sure that that sprocket doesn't go
Sorry,
anywhere.
Kev. I don't can see. I gotta. This one is always tricky, and it's not like we can put the stand up high, cause then, you know, filming purposes. This is
It does put the bike in the way when we're standing in front of it if it's
Yeah.
too high.
this is the best way, you know, cause we care about you guys, and we gotta give you guys the best.
Yeah, but make sure you can get to that bolt, you know, and don't forget that bolt.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget this bolt, because you can jam up your alignment. You can explain to them what jam up means.
Jam up is just kind of like what it sounds, man.
Okay.
It's gonna get messed up. How's them?
Beautiful.
Good.
No sound, no creaks.
No creaks.
Tighten up the cinch.
You know what? The other day I took the Supercross out.
Yeah.
Haven't ridden that in a while.
Yeah.
Trying to get a ride with Flo, but Flo was busy, so I was like, I'm just gonna go before my trip.
Yeah.
You know? But the cranks are just creaking like crazy.
They
I
are.
I cinched them down. You know the pinch bolts.
Yeah.
And the everything was tight,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, the thing was creaking.
Huh. What the heck is going on?
So I'm gonna have to go back to that at some point and figure out what's making that thing creak like that.
Did we not put enough grease on that thing, or what?
I don't know.
If I never put enough grease, I can put some more. All right. We're almost there.
So that is the main thing to kind of just understand with these bikes that have the gears, right? You wanna make sure you have the right chain ring, the right sprocket. We thought we could just mix what we've used on single speeds, but that doesn't work that way.
No.
Right.
Well,
But hey, that's why you live and learn.
look, future build. I get new
and
parts.
you come to Bernie's garage.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how we roll in this garage.
And hopefully, if everything's correct, we're not gonna see the chain sticking
Right.
onto the sprocket like we did in the last video.
Okay, we gotta cross our fingers.
All right. I think you solved that problem though. I think that is the correct. Yeah, see, look, nothing is sticking like it did.
Oh, the bug a cherry, hey.
Cherry.
Oh my goodness.
Cherry.
Okay. How's about we switch some gears here? Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow.
pretty nice.
Dude. Just like I'd pick them out of the box. Oh my God. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh.
see? Pays to know
Done.
to use the right parts.
Right? Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And that concludes our show today.
We told you it was gonna be a short one.
Yeah.
And that's all. And that's the thing is just that I think maybe you can probably use one of these guys on there.
Yeah,
We'll
here.
put
Fast
these,
kind.
okay, so here let's take a look at these.
Here.
These show everybody what those are first. These are these nuts,
These nuts.
valve caps from Bill of BMX.
Yeah. Brother Morgan, it's sponsor.
Sent those over.
Yup.
And they're gonna go perfectly, right? Oil slicks.
Oil slick.
with the oil slick cranks.
Oh boy.
And already you got
Oh my.
you got these nuts accents up there,
Yup.
and then now we got them down there.
Huh.
That thing looks
Woo.
really good though. Someone put a comment, billet billet BMX parts are pricey, and they are, right?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, come on, it's billet.
you know, yeah. And then on top of that, like, I just feel like his stuff is designed well.
It is.
It's machined well.
It's
like
solid.
you get quality stuff. I mean, take a look at the other valve stem caps that he has. Of course, and he has it in different colors.
Yep.
So any color that you want to match your bike, he
He can
has
hook you
them.
up.
And take a look at the dice. I mean,
Bro, the thing is sick.
machine dice. We're not talking about plastic
Yeah.
or anything.
And then these things.
And then yeah, look at that.
Look, even
It's a
get the
spray can.
nozzle.
There's a nozzle, and then shake them.
Yeah.
It has a ball bearing in there,
Yeah.
just like a regular spray can.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
you
go-
got the billet light.
If you're thirsty on the road. Hi.
Crack on open. Look,
Bruh.
I mean, look at the detail. Look at the top, right? So I mean, yes. Are these pricey for valve stem caps? Yeah, but they're not regular.
Yeah.
They're not just any old bar stem.
You're
valve
getting your
stem
money's
caps.
worth,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
and everything that he's made, right?
Yep.
You know, I mean, this stuff is just really, really well made. So yes, to answer that person's comment, like, yeah, Morgan has some parts that are a little pricey, but I think for the value that you get for having stuff that is, you know, well made, I think they're
even-
worth it.
even
and George
George.
too. Like, this is Night Bike Company,
Yup.
right? And George makes some really awesome parts as well.
He does.
Right? And he also has lots of different colors
Yup.
that you can use to just customize. I've been using George's stuff for as long as I've been back into this big bike BMX stuff. And all of his stuff too, really, really nicely done, machined well, really well made. The anodizing is on point. Like, it's just pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then he sent over these. These are like bar ends.
Yeah, so the second order I placed, George put these things in.
And these are from Weʻre Designs. So Weʻre Designs are the guys that make that wedge that we've put up in other videos. But I mean, look at this with that Night Bike logo, and then that can go into your inside of your bars to kind of keep the the end
The
from
bar ends.
Yeah,
Yep.
but looking really nice. So thanks, George.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, so we told you that today's video was going to be a short one,
Super.
and we didn't do that intentionally.
Yeah.
Even though one of the guys that commented in another video was like, hey, your videos are too long. I can't give up an hour watching your videos. So, I don't know. I had to tell him I'm sorry. Like,
We hanging out.
we hanging out. We're talking story.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying each other's company, just kind of working on the bikes. But yeah, so what did we learn today?
Well,
Use the right sprocket.
you know, can use this hoy, on this bike.
Use the right
No can hoy.
Use the right sprocket for the type of bike. If you have anything with gears, what is the one they gotta get?
They gotta get the narrow wide.
Narrow wide. See, I can't remember
Bro, I
that.
don't know how I'd say that with my broken teeth. Hard, you know.
With your teether.
My teeth are. I'm always lisping. I'm not even doing them on purpose.
Wait. Should I do them?
I wish I had smoked, but I never, guys.
Oh man, I know. Everyone thinks we like get high before.
And this
before
guy
our
had just get off
videos.
on plane, hoy.
Yeah. So that's partially why also my battery on my phone
Yeah.
is not at the highest.
Or else
which
this
means-
video would be super long, guys.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd give you that, the 1 hour special, even though we don't have much to kind of go over today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we learned, make sure you have a full battery.
Yep.
Make sure you have the right parts.
Right parts.
Read the descriptions.
Yep.
which
Don't
is what
get
I
too
don't
overzealous.
do. Oh!
Huh?
Overzealous.
Dude.
Bernie busting out the
You know,
big brain
I
today.
get 2 days off in a row.
2 days off. Yeah, how did that happen? Are we back? Did we hire somebody else?
No. It's
just was able to
survival
squeeze-
of the crew.
Ah,
You
I
gotta
like
give
that.
your crew enough time to rest,
I like
or
that.
else performance is
So
morale
are we
is.
back to like having to do more doubles so that you guys can fit in the extra days off?
Yes, we have a person that came in and she
Kind of like helping out.
took 3 doubles.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? In a business, that's what you got to do sometimes, right? You're going to have to like...
You got to make it happen.
Yeah, you got to figure out ways to make it work. Just like what we had to do today. We had to figure out
We got to
ways
talk
make
fast
it work.
and video fast.
We got to do everything quick. We got to make sure the right parts are available.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we got a video. So, sorry it's not our usual longer ones,
Yeah.
but the guys who want shorter videos, you're going to be happy today. And hey, we still got to hang out.
Yeah.
And check out some of the cool stuff from Billet and George over at Night Bike.
Yup.
Check those guys out if you want to get any parts to really customize your bike, because they're some of the top guys out there.
Bro, the thing is cherry.
Yeah, their stuff is really good. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for this one.
Yep.
Before the battery dies. So let us know what you think. Are you doing any sort of a build with a similar type bike, BMX bike with gears? Let us know, and make sure you buy narrow wide. Say I remembered.
Narrow, wide.
Narrow,
You
wide.
gotta go slow.
And then don't be overzealous.
Yes.
Right.
The
Don't
word
be
of the day.
overzealous.
Zealous.
Overzealous.
Zealous.
With a T-fer. Hey, if you stuck around this long, I thank you, because
Yes.
sometimes we question, why do people watch the whole thing? But
I know, man.
we appreciate it. We appreciate the support. So until the next one, hey, take care. Can't even remember what I usually say. Take care of one another, be safe, and aloha.
Aloha.